So happy to see you.
I'm
We
happy to
can
see you
start.
too.
I needed. Yeah,
I'm
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 sad that
happy
we
to
didn't
see
met.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Mm.
sad that we didn't see in Romania at that time, but I'm happy that you. I hope you did a good job. Where were you and whatever you were doing? We were
Yes.
missing you with Alex and Timmy there. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm looking forward to
Yes,
see you in
that's
the close future.
yeah. We will for sure. So, and that's a great start, maybe, because this part I already sent you a brief, but we really want to have this confessions part for the viewers to see who is the person behind, because not always the story that is told on screen is the same as behind screen. So we want to be sure that for every person can say what how they felt, what was the experience they had. Behind the screen, as you say, I know that you built great friendships, that you
Yeah,
were part of a wedding actually, so that I was
yeah,
also invited, Alex from Solman from Romania. So,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
viewers will meet him, he'll meet Dennis also, they met Timmy, so you even had a judge with you on the wedding. So
Yeah,
I
I really like this judge. No matter what was at the show, I think we really put together a really quality relationship with Timmy Giro. And I think this is a relationship that will be that and will last for lifelong. So hi Timmy, if you're watching this,
yeah,
I'm looking forward to
yeah,
see
yeah,
you.
yeah. I heard
Um,
the same from his side. So I think this is a great opportunity. That's why even I'm glad that we started this way. Because yesterday, that Peter that was showed on screen was a bit different person that might turn out in the reality. So I would like to hear your opinion. I really want to see, because at the screens, it seems like this villain. So that's one thing. So firstly, I want to hear your opinion on how the things are demonstrated there. Do you, so your opinion, and then let's go behind why, how, and the
yeah,
misunderstandings,
let's
because
do
that's
it.
the
Let's do it.
elephant.
I'm happy to discuss this with
Yes,
you. So first of all,
yes.
I have to say I had so much work. I just came from eastern part of the planet a few days ago, and I had because this Nestex is my third company, third startup I'm building, and I just came home, and unfortunately, I didn't had. I just saw some previews some trailers that you have sent me, and I saw how you have put the guys this together. That I'm like a little bit bad guy, cocky, or something like that. But actually, there on the scene, I wasn't somebody much different. And people know me from the background that I can be also. I can be. I am the nice guy and the cool guy and so on, and but it's, you how to say, you need to find your type of people, um, and I think if how to say everybody likes you, you're doing something wrong.
Oh, for sure.
So
Yes. But
um,
why do you think, like, based on what did you see? You say that you saw these videos. What did you see, like, from that perspective?
well, I saw just these trailers and how that were put in together and so on. So to be honest, I didn't have time to see the series. I saw in the chats that we can see it on Voyo and so on.
Huh.
So in these days, I put it down on my plan that I will buy this Voyo, arrange these VPNs and so on, so that I will be able
You
to.
will have the Voyo account from us, so it's given already. They need to unlock just for other countries, but it's done. I think for you, you can access with
Okay,
account.
some of my
Yeah,
workers, I said that they need to arrange this to that we will
yeah.
all watch it to have some laugh and so
Good.
on. This is already arranged from our side. Uh,
Okay. So then let's talk. What did you think? Because you didn't see it. So let's talk now for your perspective. What are you expecting?
so look, how to say, um, my vision coming to Macedonia was first to meet um, like-minded people, to lead entrepreneurs, to meet people with similar visions, with similar work ethics that I have, to surround myself with people, like-minded people. My main point was to be seen, how to say, to be able that people will remember me. And I think I did that.
Yeah. But why? Like you're smiling even saying I did that. But why do you did that? Like what's behind? Because I know there's behind stories. I would like to hear that.
Look, as Timmy, for example, as Timmy Gurao, or as a judge, said to me, I was playing jazz to a pop music, to pop on
Yeah.
pounding.
Oh,
Yes, and I think here he really nailed it, because my startup, our technology is science-based technology. It's on 40 years of research and so on, and it cannot be compared to other startups that were there. So actually, all the time I was there, I was playing jazz to a pop audience. So for me, I didn't came to get this main prize, 300K, which is a lot of money, don't take me wrong, but for such projects that we have, with a little bit of effort, a little bit of teamwork, we can write and we get Europe funding, we can get funding for America, and so on, and we can collect this money. So for me, it was important to be seen, because people will not remember maybe my name, people will not remember the name of the company, but they will say, that guy who was talking back to judges. So I will be remembered, I think.
yeah. And what about the clients? Do you think, like, because you mentioned even in the episode that storytelling matters zero in your industry, do you still think the same? Because at the
Good,
end, you need to sell.
good question. I like your question, and I was thinking when I see this exactly on the film, I said, yeah, they asked me. Actually, I came on the podium and I was making storytelling. And actually, on the interview, I said, no, storytelling doesn't matter. So at when I asked with some of you organizers, what's the point of this test that you gave me, was that judges on this folklore team would say that I am the right person who would be able to get this product on the market. So as investors will look this and so on, they will see and they will want to contact me to get more information about this product. And at that moment, I will not have an opportunity to present my background. I will not have opportunity to present my team. So I use this time there to present my team, to show who made this, because this technology is not my technology. It's actually 40 years of my father's work. And we build it around this a big team. We have a lot of connections around the world that can help us make this. So if somebody will invest money in us, we already have a contacts that will be able, and people that will be able to push this forward. So I think it was on purpose to present this, but as I said also there, in our, or how to say, industry, people want to hear facts. So why this technology works, how it works, how much money they need to put in, what's the size of the market. So on the end, it's numbers in, numbers out, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah. But about the clients, because for investor to put money, that it doesn't matter if it's a donor or investor as a VC. So even these grants that you're mentioning, they're interested in how you behave with the clients. Do clients understand the end users? Because that was the goal of the challenge. That's why the question about storytelling. So in that sense, what do you think you could make differently in that sense for them to understand, to want the product, to say, okay, firstly to understand what's the product, like how to describe the product, because that was the goal. It wasn't important if they like you or if they dislike you or if they like your presentation, but what it mattered is that they needed to write a one liner what they think the product is.
This is what I said. I think I misunderstood the task. I misunderstood the task, because, from my point of view, our clients, we are doing business to business. Yes. So I need to know that some big pharmaceutical company would be able to
Uh-huh.
understand us. And so my goal was to be seen. So when I came there, I knew, okay, I was chosen between 100 people. And from 100 startups, my goal was to get in 40. I came in 40. So from 40, I needed to become into 20.
20.
From 20, I wanted to be in the first because everybody will watch the first episode. So I won from what I wanted to
Yeah.
get there. I won, I get what I wanted.
Yes. Okay. And also, as you say, your end clients are not the people, but actually you sell to pharmacies. So, and pharmacists might understand better the product. They don't need explanation like you would explain this to an end customer, something like that.
Yes.
Okay. Now regarding to the, and I'm here thinking because you also mentioned, and I know that this is a technology on which your father worked. How many years you said?
He's now 75. So for sure, 50 years, 40 years.
Yes. And I remember it's not showed even on cameras, like that you were showing pictures of him meeting Queen Elizabeth, etc. And
Yeah.
here, judges, and even the ladies, when they were putting one liner, they felt like, okay, he's talking about himself and not about the product. So he's making him condescending, meaning above us. What would be your response to that? Why did you do it?
I wanted to give credibility to my team. Not everybody
But
meets with
why?
Queen Elizabeth.
Yes.
You need
Yes.
because you need to have good connections to be able to push your product. You see, you are now trying to push this show forward, and you see how important are the contacts. So actually, on the end, you can have the best product if you don't have people in your phone. You cannot make it. You can have the best ship in the harbor, but if you don't have good captain, if you don't have good sailors, you cannot do it. So I think that
Yeah.
our product focuses itself, so it shows that it's a good ship. And I wanted to present that our ship also has good sailors and a good captain.
Yes. And if you could redo one thing, what would that be? Now seeing this whole how it played out,
Mm,
including everything, like just if you could redo one thing.
for example, you saw me. I was smiling at judges, And first of all, I really liked how Timmy nailed with this. You were playing jazz music to a pop music. Then Mr. Lau was explaining very rough, and nobody saw this at the background. Me and Mr. Lau, Vuk Lau, stepped to me before this filming, and he said, "Oh, you have such a good product. We would be interested in to invest in you." And I said, "Okay, what about what money we are talking about?" And he said like, yeah, a lot. And I said, what's a lot? And he said like 100K. And I said, okay, what percentage do you want? And he said like, well, we want SBC like 20, 10, 25. And I started to smile to him like, Europe gives me money for such kind of projects without giving any equity to them. So why we come with some bigger numbers? And I saw that he was then I mistreated him, I think. So sorry, Mr. Vuk, for this, the background, what happened now. But I saw how he was showing me there his power and how he wanted to push me down. And this was funny for me at that moment.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I mean,
Mr. So in the last judge, I think in between said that I didn't present myself enough or something like that. And
use case.
was
Yes, kill.
talking so much about me, too much. I knew that I talked too much. So I don't know. I think that in between, you remember, we were so some things were not organized so well, and we were waiting for a long time. And I feel they're really disrespected because it was like you need to come there at 9 sharp. And I remember I was working in 3 in the morning to finish some work back home. And then I slept for 3 hours. I took a cold
And you
shower,
came on time. Yeah, yeah.
and I came on time, and I was sleepy. I didn't eat, And I was waiting for 3 hours. And I said, what's going on? Just wait, wait, wait. And we were waiting. I said, can I go to have a lunch outside? It's sunny. No, wait. And this happened multiple times. And it how to say, I wasn't so much under pressure because we business people are all the time under pressure, and people around me say that I take pressure very well, and that I stay calm in situations. But I felt mistreated. Even if you remember, a guy from how is called protocol was also very angry. I saw that us guys who had businesses back home, this was not our own business, were angry because we couldn't organize our work back home. The guys who this was their first startup were very calm and just waiting and so on. So what I would change back then, I wouldn't let myself have so much work to do it there. I would try to be more chill with all this, because this this that I felt mistreated by waiting and all of this, how to say, disconnected me, and I wasn't so pleasant on the camera. I think when we had these talks between with, I was more pleasant, how to say. I think I can be more pleasant. And then I was like, in some anger and not so warm as I can be. So this is something that
Yeah.
I would.
And it was one of the questions. It's good that you mentioned, because I said, like, even the delay, also the equipment, all of these things about the presentation, because you were presenting after pressing it, and all of it. So all of that responded to a frustration that you're just mentioning, late and all of these things. And my question would have been the one that you asked, because it's notable, the frustration. But I also know that you are a founder and you handle pressure. I just wanted to ask, does this frustration come from a perfectionism, because you come from a very respected family? And if your father is a scientist, isn't it maybe because you are raised by high standards? Because it was visible. To me, it's visible, the different personalities, like when you're relaxed and you're not. So this is not that
Okay,
there's a
look,
right or wrong answer. Just I want to hear your opinion on it.
I agree, but as I said, I didn't feel this pressure. I was in much worse scenarios in my life, talking with people on much higher levels and so on. So I didn't feel this pressure there. I really enjoyed everything. For me, it was like fun just to come there to meet new people. I was just, as I remember, every time I came to you guys and said, guys, we are waiting here. Could somebody just come and say, hey, sorry, we were late. We are going to be late. You have 2 more hours. You can do this and that and so on. And nobody did that. And then, okay, after second season, so on, you started doing that. I saw this when I was talking with people. You started listening to advices, because I organize conferences and so on. And I totally understand that things don't go the way you planned. But there needs to be someone who stands up there and says, look, we need to wait. Because I came there at 9 sharp, and there was nobody there. I was alone. And somebody could just say, you or Peter and so on. I came to Peter and I said, Peter, come just tell us, give us new directions and so on. He said, no, just wait there, just listen.
Yeah,
And
they're fixing things upstairs. So that's
no,
the
no,
thing.
no.
They
He
were
was
fixing
sitting
the
there. He
equipment.
was not doing nothing. Otherwise,
But waiting for the production to fix, because it's the
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah. But he
not
could give us, like, he could steer us, like, hey guys, you see that production will still need 1 hour. So guys, you have 1 more hour to go to get the coffee or something to eat and so on. So yes, or I don't know, maybe some things,
but it's a startup.
get a
Yeah.
feeling that that some things are also done on purpose to put us a little bit out of because it's on the end, it's still the show. So it was actually,
Really?
for the show, it was good
Okay.
that I felt a little bit tense and so on,
No.
because you need this diversity in people on the screen. I think if you make a
No, it's
reality show,
good that you mentioned. Yes, it's good that you mentioned because we
diversity.
didn't. Yeah,
Okay,
we
it
didn't thought.
doesn't matter. So I think on the end is good. I think that it's nice that somebody is a good guy. Somebody needs to be a more serious guy, a more strict guy. So I think for the show this is great, and that people will remember us from different ways. I think as a founder, it's better to be more strict, more disciplined, more straight. And I hope that investors that will watch this will see, because I think if you read the book How Steve Jobs Was and so on, these were not soft guys. And I think somebody who wants to be a captain of the boat and you give him money and you want him to be strict and to lead the boat in the
Yeah.
right way and be strong with his team, not soft. So
Yes. So meaning, let's see now the foundership in perspective of a personality of a founder. Because as you said, the first time since the whole reality show itself was a building of a product that it wasn't launched. So we didn't know the processes. How long will it take? That's why it was improved, etc. But sometimes that's
you
similar
improve
with creating.
got better and better and better.
We listen but we listen the market. So that's, and when you launch a new product, sometimes, not sometimes, the most of the times, you don't know how to predict even the time slots. You don't know how to like where your product should be put, where you should market, all of these things. So in those sense, I just want to hear your opinion. It's like be in between perfectionism, but then also adaptation. Because if you're a perfectionist, then you get easily frustrated, and if you're frustrated, then it will disconnect you from the moment. You might miss an opportunity because it's. But for a startup to grow, you need then perfectionism. You need, as you say, to push, to be tough. So where is the balance? Like according to you, what do you like? What's your opinion on it, as you personally? What will be your superpower and what you would like to improve more in the future?
Can you? Sorry, I don't understand directly your question. Can you say it again? Because
The question is regarding, since the being a founder, the personality itself, it needs to contain two different, a bit, yeah, different traits. One is that you need to have these high standards of pushing, of being tough, as you mentioned. But then on the other hand, I gave you the example with us about the show, and also it's the same with startups. In startups, in order to do something perfect, it needs to be done 10 times before, or at least once minimum. But startups sometimes do things from scratch. There's no one did it, therefore there's no regular process. So it needs to adapt. This is so being tough, having processes, but then the second part is it's a startup. There are no right processes. So you need to adopt. But these two things are so in conflict with each other that it just building this paradox of a perfect founder. So I wanted to hear your opinion on it. How do you see it? Because I never found a response to it in reality. So I'm
I
like, how do you balance?
think there
Because
is
if
not.
you're perfectionist, you're frustrated. You cannot be adaptable. If you're too much adaptable, then you frustrate everyone around you that is perfectionist, and you need them because you want to grow. With perfectionism you grow. So it's like very paradoxical moment.
Well, I think there is no such thing as a perfect founder. Um, we are all people. We have different charismas, and some charismas fit to some people, and some charisma fit to other people. And I think on the end, birds of a feather fly together. So you will find your tribe on your way. And so how to say it? For example, many people saw, oh, you and Timmy were in conflict, and on the end we were hanging around like best friends. So you saw, it's sometimes I also think in business you don't need to be liked, you need to be respected. I think this balance, I'm still looking for this balance between being perfectionist to to letting go. I see this from, for example, the first company that I was building. I wanted to be part of everything. How this, where is the logo, how this line is in the logo, this, that, and so on. But now I learned that if I try to find the best people for some task, I try to ask them questions that we are on the same level of thinking, and then, how to say, I choose them. And if I see that they can do the task 80% as good as I can do, I lift my hands away and I trust them to lead that part of the company.
Yeah.
So I'm, how to say, learning that. I'm getting better and better in the last few years, but there is still some small Peter in me who wants to be perfect. But I think it's, as you said, um, it's not about perfection, it's about adoption. And I think I'm
And
getting better.
communication, I would say, because here communicating the moment, like, okay, now I communicate that I dislike this in order not to be disengaged then, when in order not to gather the frustration. So it's like, because if it gathers, then it's just then it detaches the person from the thing,
Yeah,
and it can still be the thing. The thing is the thing, we cannot change it. Let's now see the person. So because the person evolves.
Sanya, I see that you are trying to talk about the things that happened at the show, and I would totally agree with this if this would happen once, twice, maybe three times. But it's cool to wait 1 hour, but not 3 hours, and not three times and every time and so on.
Yeah.
And my father taught me, if you don't have a better idea how to do something, be quiet. So every time I came to you as a team, I didn't came to say this is bad. I came, hey guys, I think here is something not good.
Yeah.
In my cases, when I was arranging this and that, I acted like this and that. What about if somebody, and I even get an idea, Gogo, for example, could go up there and tell us, or maybe we can have some, ask some ChatGPT, and
True. No. I'm not speaking about the show.
every
Yeah.
time came with some advices how to make things better. I saw that also this is not something that I saw that you guys were doing this first time, and I saw that this is also a startup, and I wanted to help with some ideas and so on.
You
But
did. It's
so, how to
yeah.
say, your not you, like team also had some egos there and said, what's this guy going to tell us here how to do it? So you were also sometimes not open to listen to other advices. So I think we all learned a lot from each other. I'm so thankful opportunity to you to be able to be there. I saw there that never miss an opportunity to learn something, to meet new people, because I learned something from each of them, and I met so many quality people. So if we
Yeah.
go back to the question, yes, sometimes you just need and let go. But at that moment, I was preparing two tenders back at home. I was changing team back at home, and there was a lot on my back. Here, nothing was on the time. And yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also a person, and I can go to 150, but then also I start to boil. So I'm saying
Yes. Yeah.
that,
That's why I'm saying I wasn't speaking about the show. I was trying to talk to you directly, not about this situation that you had with us, but that your reactions then affected other people. So that's what I wanted. Not us, delete us, like the founders afterwards. You fixed, as you say, the relationships, etc. But like the lecture regarding that, and that's we're slowly going towards it. It's not balance of emotion. It's just communication, speaking it faster or trying to share it like you did at the beginning. So you really tried to share the reason with us why. That's why we have good relations. It's not bad because you
uh,
always gave me a solution. But when you are tight with time, presenting or even defending yourself on a stage, then sometimes there's no time to share. So you just burst out without telling the behind, and that detaches you from the moment. So that
yeah,
was what I wanted to.
I totally agree with you. I was, how to say, I should have calmed down more. I should have not focused. I was many time, as you saw. For example, that interview that I had, it was a perfect example because I was called up and put back down and down 3 times, and I said, and then I started to do something and said, now you need to go up. I said, can I just finish this? No, 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 no. And I came up, said, can I take a computer that I will finish this email? No, no, you don't need. Then I came up, then I was there. I was already having temperature because a lot of us founders got ill. Then I was there and I was already sick, how to say, I had temperature of 636, 7, whatever. And I was there on the cold stairs in my sake, and I was like, I'm cold, I'm gonna get even more sick. I'm waiting again, and I came into that, how to say, confession room or filming room. So how to say, inside.
Nervous. That's it. Intense.
Ah,
Tense.
very tense. And then I couldn't, as you see, interview at the beginning. I was like in like this position, like this, and then I tried to, in my head, to convince myself, calm down. It's just relax. They are also doing
Yeah.
this, and they're also learning, and they are trying their best, and so on. And then you could see if you just would watch my video. So it's, let's say that it's 10 minutes. First 3 minutes I'm tense, and in the last part I'm
Yeah.
already, I'm being me as
Yes.
I am.
Yeah, yeah. The same. It's like it was a learning for you also. That's what I
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
say. Like
I
all journeys learning during the process. Okay, so now to wrap this up, because we're done, there are three things. I will just read the sentences as you finish them. Okay? So it's the first one. The founder games taught me that.
that you should never miss an opportunity to learn something new from someone, that you can learn always something from anybody, and don't miss an opportunity to meet new wonderful people.
Okay. And I like this because you're the person that read the brief, right? It says close the eyes. So you're the one that really read in depth. It's good.
I did homework. I
Kudos for
always,
you. Good. Okay. The
yeah.
hardest part of building isn't the business,
It's the person that you need to become to be able to build the business. How they say, the first million is the hardest, but the second million is inevitable. So
yeah,
you need to build your discipline, you need to build your hard work, you need to do the homework, you need to read the things, you need to connect with people. And once, and
yeah,
this is really to become the person. Mm, yeah.
yes. Okay. And the last would be if I could speak to haters now, I'd say,
Ooh, to haters. I would not like to talk to haters. I think nobody has time for them. I would rather use this time to talk with other founders. I would like to say to other founders that don't be afraid to show your charisma. Don't be afraid to make some waves. It's not about the end, it's about the journey. So try to enjoy all the journey of your business, because money will come. And try to enjoy, try to meet new quality people, and have good time in between.
great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Peter. And yeah,
For this
that was it.
amazing
Yes.
show,
Yes. See
thank you
you
for having.
soon, I hope. Yes, on some other wedding. Yeah.
I hope
Bye.
on yours or on mine.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Best regards,
Bye.
and
Thank
thank you very
you.
much.